Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Big Brother Brian Baird here. So, it is day one of a heat wave. It's 93 degrees, so I'm filming outside. Coming up, friendships and love fall apart. A fake fight breaks out. The nomination ceremony takes place, and the pyramid for week 8. All that coming up right now. So, let's begin. The head of household competition finishes up, and Fezzi wins head of household. I'm not a huge fan of him, but this is going to be another uphill battle for level 4. But somehow they've always managed to find a way to overthrow the head of household and go against their wishes. So Scotty tells Haley that he was the one vote to evict Casey and keep Rockstar. And Haley likes this because Haley didn't want Rockstar to go, and neither did Scotty. So now Haley and Scotty can kind of start to form an alliance together. So this is fantastic news for Haley and Fezzi. However, Brett and JC have plans to make it look like that Brett was the one to vote out Casey and keep Rockstar. They want to try to convince Fezzi that Brett was actually loyal to the Mr. and Mrs. Smith alliance that Brett had with Rockstar. So JC tells Fezzi that Brett actually voted to keep Rockstar and evict Casey. Scotty was not the one to do that. And Fezzi is kind of skeptical at this point and doesn't think that makes any sense, but he doesn't know what to believe. So Fezzi asks the house in a house meeting who voted to keep Rockstar, and Scotty raises his hand and says that he did, and then Brett raises his hand and says that he did, and then Brett and Casey have this like fake fight in front of each other because Brett is like, I voted out Casey, and Casey pretends to get mad. Brett and Casey both know that Brett didn't actually vote to evict Casey, Scotty did, but now they have to make it look like Brett did it. So now Casey needs to pretend to be mad at Brett, but not everyone's buying this fight. Scotty calls Casey out for her awful acting skills. So to further make Fezzi not like Scotty, JC goes and tells Haley that Scotty actually has a crush on her. And he says that Scotty wants to take Fezzi out, which isn't true. JC and Haley actually go and tell Fezzi about Scotty's plan to go after Fezzi, which is not true at all. And gullible Fezzi believes every word that JC says. And Scotty, right on cue, comes marching into the head of household room to visit Haley. And on his way out, he says, I love you. What a humongous coincidence that just was. This coincidence just further proved JC's lie. Now Fezzi doesn't like Scotty, and Scotty walking into the room and saying I love you to Haley made Fezzi hate Scotty even more. I mean, Haley is the only person with a clear mind at this point, and she tries to tell Fezzi that everything that JC says is false. Scotty is not evil, and Haley now wants to go down and console Scotty because at this point he's all alone. No one really talks to him anymore, and Haley wants to go and comfort him, and Fezzi does not want her to. Hashtag jealous. Scotty goes and talks to Fezzi, and Scotty tries to tell Fezzi that the fight between Brett and Casey was not real. It was fake. He's like, I don't know why Brett is telling you that he was the one who voted out Casey, but it was me, I promise you. And Fezzi says that he doesn't believe Scotty one bit because he has never once seen Brett and Casey talking to each other, so why would they all of a sudden have this fake fight break out in front of the whole house? Fezzi, let me just remind you that you're living in a house that has walls, and when you're in one room, you can't see what's happening in the other rooms. So how would you know that Brett and Casey aren't in the same room? But no, if Fezzi didn't see it, it didn't happen. Good luck with that. Not gonna get you far in this game. So now it's time for the nomination ceremony, and Fezzi nominates Brett and Scotty. Fezzi is so stupid. He just put up one of his friends, Scotty, on the block, and now he wants Scotty to go home. Fezzi, let me remind you that the only two people working with you in this house are Haley and Scotty. Why would you want Scotty to go home? Fezzi may go down as one of the most gullible house guests to ever walk through the door of the Big Brother house. So now it's time for Pyramid. On the bottom, Fezzi. What an idiot. Next we have Scotty. I kind of feel bad for him, but that's okay. Next we have Angela and Zan. They're just floaters. Next we have Tyler. I'm surprised that he did not do a lot this week. Normally he's very involved. Even though he's on the bottom row, it doesn't mean I don't like him. Next we have Haley. I love her, but you should ditch Fezzi and go work with Tyler. Next we have Casey and Brett. Great improv on the spot. The staged fight was not really planned out the way they wanted it to go, but it worked out because Fezzi got Scotty on the block. And on top of the pyramid we have JC. What a freaking puppet master. He went from being a floater to being such a snake, and no one even sees it. He's flying right under the radar. So that's it. Next time we will find out who wins the power of veto and if it will be used to save either Brett or Scotty, and another edition of the outside view. All that coming up in the next video. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.